NOK Network offers a diverse lineup of live video podcasts. The IWK 710 Daily Sesh, nightly at 7 p.m. Ganja News Update, Mondays at 8 p.m. Psychedelic Reporters, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Peace, News and Views, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Open Your Eye, Thursdays at 8 p.m. What's up, Northern Ontario? Spotlight on Entertainment, Movie Nights, and live on location coverage, monthly on NOK. Miss a podcast? Catch the replay anytime on Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. You can also find us on our webpage at www.noknetwork.com.
CHRONIClez, y'all. It's Rodney with another amazing episode for y'all today. I'll give you guys Silvertung, man. What's going on, you guys?
How are you, man?
What's going on, brother?
Thank you so much for having us, man. Really do appreciate this.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, you know, when ARTIFAS hands you, a tour slip and it says we're going on tour with a band, you gotta investigate them if you've, never listened to them. And truth be told, I've heard of Silvertung. I have heard of a lot of the bands that you toured with. There was a Smile Empty Soul, Tantric, a few of those, and I've heard of certain songs by, Silvertung. I've even heard Silvertung not knowing it was Silvertung. That's the truth. So when it all came together for me, man, you can just imagine the epiphany of music that happened. Silvertung, where did it come from?
Yes, back when I put the band together, we were looking for a name, like every band does, and that's always like one of the hardest things for you to do. It's like you want this cool name, but something that's gonna like stand the test of time. Very hard to do. So we were throwing names back and forth, and I was just joking around, and we were rehearsing in my uncle's garage, and I'm sitting there and I'm scanning through his porno flicks. And I happened to pick one up, and I was like, all right, I got the name of the band. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I said, Silvertung. And I started cracking up laughing. And everybody was like,
there it is.
Dude, that's badass. And I'm like, it is? Okay. The only thing I didn't like is how they spelled tongue. So I did some research, and, the tongues, Korean Mafia. So we slapped that together, and it was born.
Dude, I love it. I love it. I love good, wholesome stories like that. You know what I mean? Like good, humble beginnings, if you will.
Yeah, he was just casually, browsing his uncle's porn collection for no other reason than to, discover a band name. That's the only reason.
Only reason.
Hey,
You'll see some nice 70s bush.
Really kind of weird because I wasn't used to that. I'm like, what the fuck? Is it for real?
Wow, people are that hairy?
This didn't last long, did it? It just pointed at something, No, I think that, bands with unique beginnings, humble beginnings such as that, always tend to do well in the overall grand scheme of things. They bring a different energy at that point, Oh, man.
Way of finding a name, I'll say that.
Yeah, it is. I love it, though. But you knew. That's the thing. Like, they knew before you knew. You were like, what? It didn't register. And then you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay. All right, let's take this to the next level then.
Hell yeah. Well, speaking of next level, let's kind of lay it out for everyone. For those that aren't familiar with Silvertung, let's kind of go through a little bit of who you are, what you do, what you play. And Andy, we'll start with you, bud.
Oh boy, I play drums, and that's pretty much it. I think I'm the most educated person of the group. I'm definitely not the smartest or the hardest worker. I sit in my chair quite a bit, but I don't know. I've been playing drums for 15 years. Have more of like a metal background, like hardcore type stuff.
Okay.
So pretty new to Silvertung. I think I joined in 2021. So kind of bringing in a little bit more of that metal feel as we're writing new songs here. So I'm kind of excited to see where that goes.
Bringing it back. Absolutely. Speed, you're next, man. Who are you? What you do?
Oh, well, I am the bus driver and the TM for the band. I sing, play rhythm guitar, but I try to do a little bit of everything. And these guys will tell you my hands are in everything that we do.
Naturally.
But my strong points are interviews. So they always put my face up front, and I'm not sure why, but because if you had a face like this, would you really put it up front?
Well, I mean, you're professional pretty boys. That's a thing.
Front man.
Yeah.
You gotta be up front.
Front man. Yes.
There it is.
It's in the name.
All right, Jimmy, you're up, brother. What do you do?
I play bass and do backup vocals, which usually consists of screaming my ass off.
Hey, we got another metal guy over here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that pretty much stemmed from my musical background before I joined the band, which was primarily doing lead vocals for like extreme metal. So I actually took like a fucking 15-year hiatus of actually playing a musical instrument for a while. So this was like the first band kind of coming back in and rediscovering my love for playing music, not just screaming over it.
So kind of coming back into music, if I will, because you said something that I really, really liked right there. You did the hiatus, for 15 years. Coming back into it, when you came back into, and I'm guessing Silvertung, was the water warm? Was it comfortable, or was there a little bit of shock?
I mean, it was a shock at first, just because it had really been so long since I really had done anything at the professional level, and it was mostly because I got married and had kids and stuff, and just kind of like had to put that kind of stuff on hold for a little bit.
Life happened, right.
Yeah. So now the kids are a little bit older, and kind of discovered some things, rediscovered my love for music and playing it, and kind of just the overall like experience of being in a band and writing music together, you know, the melding of the minds and stuff, you know, so it's just kind of getting back into that vibe has been really cool.
Do you think that your kids see you doing this and it kind of encourages them to kind of follow a similar path with whatever they love?
I think so, for sure. Yeah. And I think that was one of the things that was kind of missing because, you know, I was basically just Mr. Dad, and that's kind of all I did. My wife is a teacher, and we couldn't really afford daycare or anything, so I was the one staying home with the kids. So I was the one teaching them everything and showing them stuff. So music wasn't a huge part of that, just because I never really thought about it that way. But now that they've seen that, they've kind of gotten that creative spark. You can see over here at my drums set up. My youngest, Jackson, has shown interest. I'm never going to be the one that like pushes anything on them or anything, but like if they're asking me questions like, "Oh, how do you do this? How do you play guitar?" You know, I'm just like, "All right, cool. Let's check this out." So it's been a very positive experience, and definitely a positive experience on them. So.
Dude, I love hearing that. I love, you know, kind of sharing a creative outlet. You know, Andy, going back to what you were saying, playing for 15 years, man, like, you know, that's kind of a creative outlet. Like, how do you kind of find the balance, if you will? Being the smartest one. How do you find the balance?
Most educated.
Most educated, sorry.
Let's draw the line there.
Really just the education level. It's interesting. I guess I didn't realize Jimmy was 15 years off, so I guess maybe I'm like one of his kids, where when he was taking hiatus, that was growing my...
I'm really glad that you caught that, because he said 15 and then you said 15, so I was like, I got to go back to Andy and see what he says.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm you, Jimmy. I'm what you could have been, really.
Yin and yang, if there ever was one.
It's really just showing my age, nothing more.
Oh, hey, listen, you know, wine only gets better when it's aged. Let's just put it that way, you know. And then you got to age weed for it to be better. There's some things where age is appropriate, you know. Obviously, like paying taxes. But you know, I wonder, with creative outlets being that way, you know, are your creative outlets, you know, what do they drive by? Like, you know, do you have a passion because of this, and so you do this? Like, kind of give me an idea of like what puts the pen to paper or the fingers to the frets.
Well, life, for me, it's life. Pretty much everything that I've written from the beginning of Silvertung has always been about a life experience of my own or my friends. I've had a lot of friends that have dabbled in some pretty heavy drugs and have overdosed, and I've kind of been down some dark paths myself. And a lot of my writing comes from life itself, and it doesn't always have to be like a traumatic thing either.
Right.
You know, like we have a song called "You and Me," which is probably our slowest ballad ever. It's just me and an acoustic guitar, but it was inspired by a Christmas Eve watching my nieces with their moms, and it was like, wow, this is really cool seeing that connection, because I didn't understand that. I didn't know I didn't know how that worked. You know, like, how do you connect with kids? I mean, yeah, I goof around with them and throw them against the drywall and put their head through the drywall. You know, I give them back to the parents after that. I'm good.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I don't have to worry about that stuff.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Next.
Allegedly.
Oh no, some kids will tell you that I did it.
Hey, allegedly. They ain't see shit.
Yeah, mostly it comes from my experiences. So yeah, I mean, and anything can make it tap into me as well. It could be something that someone said to me or how they said it to me. Makes my that little writing trigger in my head go, and then I start writing it down. So
you know, Andy, Jimmy, how did you guys come to meet Speed here? You know, I mean, if Speed's doing this thing, writing about life, not to cut you off, Speed, sorry, I'm really high. I had to ask the question before I forgot it, but I was like, I wanted to know how this kind of came together. Like, you know, how did you guys meet?
Well, it was a drug deal gone bad.
Oh shit! I mean, I'm down to hear that. Listen, it gone good, if you will. You know, there was a silver lining to that, if you will. But
yeah, lining a little bit.
But no, I'm curious. Like, was it, you know, just like you know, happenstance? Did you know friends? You know, what was it?
Speed had to rebuild the entire band after COVID.
That's right.
We are Andy and I and our unseen other member. who's on vacation in Hawaii right now, motherfucker. We're the new guys. So Speed has had this journey of trying to rebuild the band over the past couple of years. So it's really been just us answering ads, really.
Well, how does it feel to be a part of, Silvertung doing this? Like, does this feel like you're like, hey, I can see myself continuing this till the end, if you will?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And Speed's passion, the way he talks about it, is really probably the number one thing that drew me in, myself anyway. Just there's a lot of flakes out there, a lot of people doing music as a hobby, just, people that aren't taking things seriously. And that after a while, it's cool if you're just, doing the weekend warrior thing, but man, it gets really old, especially if you're talking about like creative outlets, you want to like actually create something that's your own and, put it out there in the world and see it grow and stuff. So that's hooking up with Speed. That's kind of been the opportunity he's afforded us with that. So it's really been cool. It's really awesome creating music with these guys.
And you can tell when there's the camaraderie. I know that's a word that in some instances of the world, the world's not used enough. In some instances, it's fucking used more, but camaraderie really, it brings us together collectively, and I think that, well, I've seen some of your performances and stuff on stage. I've seen a lot of the stuff that you guys have done. I went through, Speed and I were talking yesterday. I think I watched almost every video they have on YouTube. So I've seen, the progression and
real fun stuff. Then.
Yeah, I did. But I would be remiss if I didn't get to show everybody, what clip that I have. Now, the video I have is your current music video, and it's called Integrity. That's how babies are made. right there. Like that is, no, seriously, I love that song. At first, when we were playing the clip, I wasn't going to let it finish. I was like, oh, they know the song. I was like, fuck them. I like the song. I'm listening to this shit. I do. I really like that song. I like the way that it's shot. I do film. I can tell you that it's shot well. It really is. I dig it. You know, I can't complain. Good job, boys. That's fucking great. Like, but I do have some questions, if you don't mind, about the music video.
No, absolutely.
Like, when you sat down to do Integrity, you know, when you're doing the storyboard, you're like, hey, this is kind of what I was thinking. What was said? Like, you were like, hey, this is what we need to do with this video.
Well, I think the hardest part was finding a location.
Fair enough.
That took about 3 months until we realized we were setting our location.
Hey, you know, listen, it happens. Sorry, you're saying?
I suggested we just shoot it in my farm. So we did.
Done.
Yeah.
Done.
In his farm, and that's what we did.
I mean, I love it. You know, it's amazing.
Do you guys want to say a little bit about the storyboard we put together for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how we didn't have one at all?
Yeah, we did. There was almost zero planning in it. You know, the homework was practice it and do something cool.
Look, short, simple, easy to remember, and straight to the point. I fucking love it.
Yeah, I think the only thing we actually really planned out, like to a T, is the opening sequence. That's the reverse shot, and Mark mostly came up with that idea, where, you know, again, Speed's the original member. We're the new guys. This is like our first like major effort together.
It's a resurrection.
So how do we kind of put that into film and like kind of speak to people about that? You know,
you shoot it forward and play it backwards and reverse.
Well, we did. Yeah. So that was the idea. You know, Speed's falling on the ground. You know, he has to like rebuild the band and everything. And you know, as he comes up, we're right behind him, ready to back him up, and that's kind of how we do business anyway. So.
I was gonna say, it's got a "we got you, Bubba" kind of vibe to it. You know what I mean? Like, we got you, brother. You know, I fucking love that. And here's the thing: throughout the video, y'all keep continuity. All right, you know, dude, the scream shots. Come on, brother. Come on, man. Those are dope, and you fucking know it. Okay, so act like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it had to be fun shooting it. Is kind of what I'm trying to say. You know, and seeing it, you're like, that was fun as shit.
Yeah, we actually even just started releasing some B-roll footage from the video shoot on socials. Unfortunately, I'm not in like any of it because I'm pretty much the guy behind the camera, usually making sure we have social content. But got some really good shots of the guys fucking around on set doing stuff.
That's what it's about, man.
Yeah, so we had a lot of fun.
If people can see that you're bringing fun on a bun, they're not going to be, worried about when they come see you live. Speaking of coming to see you live, y'all motherfuckers have the Summer Meltdown tour going on with ARTIFAS.
Yes.
That, dude, I'm excited for that. I'm gonna be filming some of the shit. We're gonna do that, you know. So Jimmy, you'll be able to be on film this time. You know what I'm saying? And in focus too. Not saying nothing wasn't. I was just joking. But no, dude, you guys. Okay, so the first show on the tour at Shagnasty's, that's just ARTIFAS, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then on 7/8.
Well,
one more time.
They're at Shagnasty's on the 7th.
Yep.
We're at Blue Fox Barn Grill in Winchester, Virginia on the 7th.
It's our local travel shows before meeting up.
Your takeoff kind of thing. Okay, all right.
It's our kickoff parties.
Oh, hell yeah. And then what I really wanted to talk about was Cadott, Wisconsin. Now, for those of you guys, or is it Cadott or Cadott? It doesn't fucking matter. We knew what I was saying.
It's the place to be.
Yeah,
we already know what it is.
It's Rockfest.
Hell yeah.
Now, for those of you who don't know, and for this, to reiterate to the 7,300 campers already there, or foaming at the mouth, Rockfest is as simple yet as amazing as it sounds. The best part about metal music, as I'm sure that we can attest to this, is, well, actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and quote him. Everyone knows who David Draymond is from Disturbed. Okay, whether you listen to him or not, you know who he is. Okay. I like something that he said lately. He says, it doesn't matter the color of your skin, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are, metal loves everyone and welcomes everyone. That, listen, you can't deny that shit. And so that's what makes Rockfest massive, because everyone is welcome. It's a chance to kind of gather after COVID. And y'all motherfuckers are playing it.
Hell.
That's dope as shit.
Hell.
Yeah, Artifice is playing 14th. We're playing the 15th, so it'll be really cool.
It's good, dude. I got goose pimples just thinking about it. All right, it's gonna be sweet as hell. And then it continue. You know, the tour continues on after that, and it ends in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
That's a damn good tour.
It is. And the crazy thing is, this tour is probably 5, maybe 6 years in the making. Artifas and Silvertung have been friends for quite a long time, and Scotty and I and Cody have all talked about this so many times. Like, dude, we need to get out on the road together. And I'm like, I totally agree. We just need to make it happen some way, somehow. And every year it comes around, it's like schedules clash. Cody called me last year and said, dude, we need to section out sometime in July and make this happen. When we saw that we both got on Rockfest, we were both on the phone going, we got to set up a tour. So, and ironically, we both this year just signed with Fuel the Funeral Entertainment, which is our booking agent. So, it was another big connection for us. It's the weirdest thing how it all came about, but that's how it actually landed for this entire run. So this tour is going to be badass. I mean, this is something that I know a lot of people have been waiting for.
You know, listen, you won't hear me complain about serendipity, okay? Much like, you know, searching the name of the band in the porno section, I keep things simple, okay? I'm a very simple man. I do understand a few of life's complexities, and I have a few to search out myself. But when things happen for a reason, they fucking happen for a reason, you know? So all of this today is happening for some reason, you know? But at the same time, y'all, I'm glad to see that. You know, I'm very happy to hear that it happened serendipitously. You know, that is the truth. I mean, because energies don't lie, dog. You know what I mean? And Cody was telling me about it a little bit. He's like, hey, man, you got to check out Silvertung. You know, like I said, when they hand you the music and hand you the people, I'm glad that I fucking listened. I'm glad that I took it. I take everything serious, but, you know, I'm glad that I did that, right? And that in and of itself was serendipitous, you know, and much to that, you know, I think that, and we would be remiss if we didn't talk about it, weed. I think that weed is serendipitous. It really is, you know, because it's a social thing, you know? So, like, if you're smoking and you're an avid smoker, and if you partake, you're going to smell it in public, and, you know, that moment and its serendipity has the potential to be good or be bad, you know? But 90% of people that smoke, if you're smoking a joint, they're just going to be like, here, man, jump in rotation. You know, they're not going to say no, you know? Or they'll be like, you know, I guess COVID, but here is a joint. Yeah. Smokers are nice people until they're not, but I guess, you know, take that for what it is. But I found a lot of serendipity in cannabis itself, you know, specifically, you know, how that story resonates with me, because as it were, I was like, okay, weed is the binder. No, motherfucker. It's just another communication that people have that silent language about. Music, man. So if someone doesn't understand English, still listens to your song, they can still like your song and not know what the fuck it's saying. You know what I mean? For example, you honestly want to, you know, convince me that all the metalheads in America know what Rammstein is saying? No, they don't. They know Du hast. That's pretty much it. And then they love the rest of it. Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. And so, like, with weed, you don't have to know English or Chinese. You know how to smoke that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. Or eat it or whatever. Okay? It's in every culture. Go to a country and find me someone that doesn't smoke weed. Fuck you. They're everywhere. Show me somebody that doesn't play music. Again, someone that doesn't eat. So the serendipity in that moment, and I didn't mean to speak ad nauseum about it, but it opened up this entire world for me, and it made me realize that it's not about me. It's about these connecting moments. It's about, you know, accidentally haphazardly landing on the same, you know, tour company or playing the same rock fest. That's the shit that I'm talking about, man. And I love that. You know, I didn't mean, again, to speak so much about it, but that's the truth.
No. And you're right. It's very true. And those things happen for a reason, like you said. So, you know, it's just, we're going to go out there and we're going to join forces with these guys, and we're going to kick ass. I'm telling you, this tour is going to be fantastic.
It's going to melt faces. That's the truth.
Exactly.
You know, it's safe to say, you know, I dude, when Cody told me, he sent me the graphic and I'm like, I love everything about this. I love everything about this. I was like, this is going to be great. And then I noticed that there wasn't any fucking Michigan shows, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll be at Rockfest, you know, it's cool. Plus the last end of the tour, those are near me anyway, so it's not that bad, you know, so I'm not really too god-awfully, you know, but again, guys, the Summer Meltdown Tour, Artifice and Silvertung coming to your faces. So if you live in any of these towns, and we'll throw up a little scrolling graphic or something, fucking meet up the guys, buy them a beer, say what's up, you know what I'm saying?
Be serendipitous and smoke.
Yeah. Be serendipitous and shit.
I was going to bring up the, you know, it's just funny that you brought that up. Just like my first meeting with Artifice, I was actually trying out for the band, and it was like the first show with Silvertung, and Artifice was there. And after the show, you know, like you said, like you have like the smoking circle, you know, hey, get in rotation, you know, is like just like right after the show. They were just kind of like lined up next to their bus. Speed and Scotty were kind of catching up, talking their stuff. Everyone else, you know, all of us underlings were smoking and stuff and talking and just chatting it up. And it was, you know, like you said, it's just interesting to see just like the progression of like you said, it's like almost like a serendipitous like moment where it's like, dude, and then just like playing with them again and like speed saying, just like trying to get this tour going all this time. And maybe it was just like, you know, all these things coming together, you know? So
it's great. And so I want to break something down for people that don't understand what my buddy Jimmy just said. So the reason that Scotty and Speed were doing other things is because they don't like drugs like we do. They like LSD. Okay? LSD is not what you think here. It's called lead singer's disease, and we leave them to that. I'm joking, of course, but no, I can envision that, having met and talked with y'all, heard the music, gotten the vibe, felt the energy, and I could see how that just, it's going to be an amazing show, y'all. I mean, seriously, obviously I'm biased wearing the Artifice hat, but at the same time, Silvertung, man, when you guys get the ball caps or the beanies, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I can switch these things. Anyways, no, I love it, man. I love the vibe. I love the music. I think that the Summer Meltdown Tour is, in fact, going to melt fucking faces as it should, y'all.
Absolutely.
That is the truth.
When bands get along and actually enjoy each other's company, the tour is 10 times better, because I've been on tours before where the bands really didn't even talk. It was just, you got them to just show, hey man, great show, that was it. But when the bands actually get together and get it, you know, they can vibe off each other. You know, they have mutual respect for each other. Mm-hmm. When you have all of that combined, it's a totally different experience, and it's so much more fun that way.
And it's also fun to include weed. You know, that's the truth. Like, you know, I'm not calling it a binder. I'm saying that these things are prevalent, you know, but at the same time, if weed is illegal in your state, don't smoke it. We have to say that, you know, as a disclaimer. At the same time, I'm just going to tell you, don't get caught. That's really what it is. Most cops don't give a shit as long as you're not hurting anybody else or whatever. So just, you know, be responsible, y'all. But speaking of responsible things, we've reached the part of the show where it's my responsibility to ask one of you motherfuckers a question. So instead of separating it, I had an idea. Let's just do a card draw. Y'all can agree on a card. We'll pick one question, and whoever wants to answer it can, or you guys can all answer it. It doesn't matter. I just need an answer. How's that? We'll make it short and simple. Sweet. All right, cool.
All of them.
I still don't have a name for this. It's like the section, the card. You know, everybody likes it. No, I don't got nothing. So, like, if you guys have something, leave some comments in the comments below or something, or message us. Get a hold of somebody. What the fuck should I call this? The card section? I don't know.
Cards.
Sure, or the draw or something. I don't know. It's got to sound like, you know, badass. Andy
A
Horb.
lot of badassery.
There we go. Have you seen the movie Knights of Badassdom?
No.
You need to watch. It's on Amazon for free. If you like Peter Dinklage,
Okay.
So I'll give you a real quick synopsis before we do the question because it's a great movie. Sorry, very high. The Knights of Badassdom. It's about a LARP group. You see what I'm saying? And one of their friends won the lottery, and so he just pays for all of them to do this, like really expensive high-end shit, like real metal armor and shit. So Peter Dinklage puts on metal armor as a little warrior because it's Peter Dinklage, and smashes a bunch of shrooms, then runs off into a forest. I'm not going to ruin any. I'm just going to tell you that right,
Okay.
and it's free on Amazon. Smoke weed and watch that movie.
All right.
So do shrooms and watch that movie. It's a great movie. It's amazing. You're going to see a lot of, have you ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, the brothers with the milk. I forget the name of it.
Yeah.
That main guy is in it as a game warden overseeing the LARP group.
All
Yeah.
right.
So it's a great movie. It was like 2014 or some shit like that, but it was very well done. I don't know why it didn't go fucking viral. Maybe it'll get resurrected here. But I digress. We have to pick some cards, y'all. So I have 3 cards. We're going to shuffle them all up. I'll even look away.
Let's see if we can see the reflection.
Yeah, it's like, I need you to turn your head a little bit. No, you're doing it wrong. Right. All right, so we're going to go left, center, right.
I'll say center.
Yeah, I was thinking center right down the
All
middle.
right. Yeah.
We're all on center?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is not the one I think you guys wanted, but maybe it'll work.
Get ready for... I got the munchies.
Yep, it's not the bad one. It's not the bad one at all. It's the easy one. So got the munchie, man. This is the question where it's pretty straightforward. We put a little twist on it as a second course, but hey, it'll fulfill you all the less. So got the munchies. All for grabs, y'all. What is one go-to snack or food that you absolutely have to have if you've got a good case of the munchies?
Trail mix.
Trail mix.
Fuck off with the trail mix.
Dude, these
Oh
guys
my
put
God.
gallons of trail mix when we go out on the road.
That's not even the munchies food. That's the only food we can afford on tour food.
That's a straight paleo diet. Like just trail mix.
The bird diet.
It is the bird diet. Okay, well, so trail mix. So, okay, what kind of trail mix? Because there are different kinds.
I like it when you have the cranberries, the cashews, and the raisins all mixed together.
So you a boozy bitch with that. That's what that is. That's the expensive kind right there.
Oh, yeah. But I'll take any trail mix.
It's $9 per cashew at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
See, I want to call bullshit on that. I think Speed's munchie snack is similar or at least identical to mine, which is peanut butter pocket pretzels.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Speed and I will demolish an entire bag of those by ourselves.
The Snyder's ones, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I know what you're talking
Any
about.
nuts,
It doesn't matter. Just got to be peanut butter pocket. Okay.
You're not picky when it comes to that.
All right. Well,
doesn't matter the brand, it's going down.
I love that. So, Andy, what do you? I mean, you don't like the trail mix. It sounds like.
I do, but not as much as them. I think Mark got me a present once, and I think when we're on tour, I'll take a tour of the different M&Ms while we're out there. So, I'll get like a 5-pound bag of peanut M&Ms, and then a 5-pound bag peanut butter M&Ms, a 5-pound bag of the pretzel M&Ms, and I'll just kind of go through each one of those while we're out.
You make your own trail mix with just M&Ms.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's exactly what you do.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, listen, that's like oops all berries. That's exactly what that is. I mean, that's the truth. Like, okay, so
I put my trail mix inside of the chocolate.
that's what it sounds like. Little coffee with the cream, if you will. Little coffee with the cream. Now, do you guys drink coffee on the road? Because I actually talked to some bands that they do and some don't.
Open up a can of worms on this one.
Oh no! All right.
Black Rifle motherfucking coffee. Holy fuck. Best coffee ever.
Is it good? I gotta try it. I'll try it.
It's delicious.
Hang on, let me zoom in. Yeah, here. What do you got? Black Rifle Beyond. Ooh, I kind of want that.
The first cup I ever had, I had a panic attack and I didn't know why. It was from the caffeine. caffeine Black Rifle. And I
just sitting there, just vibrating.
a week with panic attacks. I was like, man, what's going on here? This is out of character.
But didn't you had murdered out though, right?
It was my fault.
Oh, I don't remember.
I got everyone murdered out one day.
Yeah.
We got some murdered out coffee from Black Rifle.
And Jimmy does cold brew on the road too, Black Rifle. So
Yeah, that shit is extremely potent. Half the time we don't even bother watering it down. We just do fucking
French press.
mainline caffeine.
Straight to IV straight into the arm. I mean, it's
You might as well be.
I love coffee. I love coffee. Is next to the is the other person. I'm a snob. I grind my beans fresh every day. You know what I mean? I'm that guy. Right. Well, creating your own business, you can create time for such necessity. You work at home. That's what you do. So, I buy the good coffee. A local artisan. It depends on who it is. There's numerous ones in the area, so we'll go with that. This was a French press I think I got from actually a buddy of mine who gave it to me. I don't know where he got it. I don't really remember the name, but it's really good. As far as caffeination, I don't think that it'll make me vibrate or taste colors. But at the same time, it is a good cup of coffee. But please note that anytime that I'm drinking coffee, I'm also probably smoking weed. So, I don't want my heart to flatline, then come back and then just run a mile. You know what I mean? So at the same time, I like a good dark roast, because typically dark roast is kind of less caffeinated and more flavor at that point. And I think that bodes well for me in my overall experience with adding the weed and shit, because I'll just fucking throw a tincture in there sometimes. And as of late, I've been doing a lot of shrooms too, like in the morning, fucking the afternoon. Like there's no wrong time to do shrooms, and that's the great part. You guys ever fuck around with some shrooms?
Just on like veggie subs and stuff like that.
Not for a while. We actually had plans to do some. We were in Arkansas for a Flux Festival, and that was pretty much the drug of choice out there. There were multiple people that were tripping on shrooms for sure.
It's interesting because I do both. I'll take enough usually over a gram to hallucinate a little bit and have the psychoactive effects. But for my day to day, I'll take about a half a gram, and a half a gram for me now, there's no euphoria. It just gets rid of the anxiety, the depression, and it helps me fucking function. Yeah. So when I say I'm on shrooms, okay, hang on, I'm not just tripping balls 24/7. Although I would like to see how it is to fucking fully envision backcountry. I won't lie to you, but the fact of the matter is, you'll see it eventually. But anyways, the point is, okay. So second course on that. Let's kind of finish it out strong there. What's a food from your childhood, whether it's discontinued or not, that was your go-to when you were a kid?
Foods or snacks?
Yeah, for me, it was Butterfinger BBs. You know what I mean? I absolutely could not buy them when we went to the store. I would sell my soul to the devil numerous times over for a bag of these just sugar-coated diabetes pills.
I think mine was Twizzlers, like the strawberry.
Okay. I could see why. I liked Red Vines, but I could see why. I could see, Twizzler, a good go-to. The only reason I liked Red Vines is because you could shove them in fucking Dr. Pepper and drink them as a straw and then eat it. Is it. It's the only fucking reason. I love how, we didn't say anything healthy thus far. That's the truth of it. No one's hey, I enjoy a fresh salad. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. You went straight to chocolate. That's what happened. I love it, though. But, here's the thing. The fact is, much like music, okay, much like food, much like, everything, weed also intensifies and entices a memory. It makes you enjoy things a little bit better, right? Shrooms the same way. They enhance these things, and it's interesting because the longest time, at the federal level, these things were on the controlled substance list, and they still are. Well, notice the side effect of any of these things, most of these things, is just being happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So how long before fucking metal music is boycotted against and illegal in the United States? I mean, then free thinking's right behind that. So it's everyone listening to Silvertung, to ARTIFAS, to everyone. If you want to do something creative, take Jimmy, you know, for example. He jumped right back into it. He's like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Andy, you've been doing it for 15 years. Speed. I mean, holy shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Nobody would be on the screen right now if it wasn't for you, man. You know what I'm saying? So writing about that experience of life in and of itself has opened up the gateway to storytelling through music, you know, and I think that that's enhanced by lighting this plant on fire and the side effects thereof.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, don't ever let your fear hold you back from anything, no matter
exactly.
what.
Exactly. You know, and I think that if no one goes to the Meltdown tour this summer, they're just afraid to get their faces melted. That is the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys pay attention and catch up on this, you know, all the updates on Silvertung's, you know, shit. Let's get that scrolling at the bottom one more time. It is on their Instagram, Silvertung_official, Facebook, Silvertung Band. Check them out. Linktree/Silvertung. Make sure you spell TUNG. Is it safe to Google at this point? Like you know, you said you made it up because of a porno, but it's safe to Google, right?
Oh yeah.
Just kidding, you know. But no, again, I want to appreciate.
Thank you to an X-rated film, but the second thing is the band. So.
There you go. At the same time, you know, you'll eventually get there. The idea, if you want true serendipity, they'll ask you to use your music in the next, you know, score of the porno. So look for that, right?
There we go.
I'll go full circle. That paycheck.
Did you just say it comes full circle? Is that what I heard? Okay. All right. Cool. I fucking love that. All right. Well, dude, hey, this has been another amazing episode of the Daily Chronicles. I want to make sure everyone goes and knows about Silvertung, you know, alongside ARTIFAS this summer, the Meltdown tour. Y'all will throw up that graphic one more time here. Get the dates in your faces. If you were around that and you don't show up, well, you're just fucking afraid of shit. I mean, that's the truth of it. But Speed, Andy, Jimmy, and the no-name person that is in fucking Hawaii.
Fucking Mark.
Yeah, I love you. But no, I appreciate you guys coming on the show today. I really do. I appreciate the insight you've given me, man. You know, letting us get to know Silvertung a little bit and what to expect from the fucking summer Meltdown tour. That's going to be dope.
Face melted, apparently.
Absolutely. In a good way. In a consensual, very good way.
In a very happy, serendipitous way.
We're romantically gonna melt your face.
Whoa. I don't know about that. That's...
I mean, you started out X-rated, so I mean, you know, there's that. So the sky's the literal limit. But all right, my tokers, my jokers, my smokers. Another amazing episode of Daily Chronicles, y'all. We'll catch you on the flip.